Howdy, my name is John Zacek. I'm class of 1982, Ag Economics, Agribusiness Option, from Victoria, Texas. Glad to be of the Fighting Texas A&M class of 1982. You know, probably the most rewarding experiences that I had at Texas A&M related to just that Aggie network, just that business of belonging to another family. You know, growing up in a large family, I'm the youngest of seven. There was always a lot of us around, but wow, when you come from a small community, a small town, a small school, and you get to Texas A&M, initially I was just absolutely overwhelmed. It was just all of the people, and we're talking about in 1982. Think about what it is like today and how scary and frightening it might be even for my 17-year-old daughter. Hopefully when she gets here, as I think she's calling herself a class of 2017, excuse me. But that network, that family was so comfortable. When you meet somebody on the sidewalk and they tell you howdy and they're welcoming and you look lost and they point you in the right directions, those experiences you never forget, because again, small boy coming to a big campus was very frightening, but that only lasted days. Probably the experience that I value most at Texas A&M was my involvement with things like the Ag Eco Club and the Saddle and Sirloin Club. I was on the livestock judging team for a period of time during my undergraduate degree. I just found that all of those experiences allowed me to get even closer, almost again like family, with the people that I associated with. More importantly than anything is that willingness of one another to help, and that outreach of the faculty and advisors and staff. They were just really awesome in making sure that we had the Aggie experience and got the education that we're here for. My early career involved agricultural banking. I've been an agricultural banker, ag lender for a commercial bank for 27, going on 28 years now. Right out of college, I started in a credit training program, and then what transpired from there was a very fast track to getting behind an agricultural loan desk, being an agricultural lender. I guess I must have succeeded. I guess I had good credit skills, because they moved me over a period of 10 years from being an ag loan officer all the way to being a senior vice president. By my 12th year in banking, I was a member of the loan committee, making decisions for as much as $8 and $10 million loans at the bank. I have continued to be on the loan committee, serve as a regional executive vice president for the company to this day. Just really enjoy working with all of the junior lenders, helping them with their loan decisions and working with them toward hopefully, you know, helping somebody with their business enterprise and be successful in business. So I really enjoyed my early banking career because it was such a wonderful foundation that built on my college degree. And certainly that work experience added to my college degree has been the foundation that's allowed me to be as successful as I feel like I am today. You know, achieving success in life, probably more than anything, involves just that old basic hard work and a good education. You know, it takes that education, that foundation first, but you know, folks, we can't forget about the fact that you've got to apply yourself, and you got to, and that's more than anything what I try to, when I mentor students, try to tell them, achieve, set your goals high. Don't set them beyond your expectations or beyond what you think that you can accomplish in life, but don't be scared to set those goals very high. That being said, you know, don't be scared of setbacks. You know, you learn from your mistakes just as much as you do your successes, oftentimes more from your mistakes. And that's what I've learned probably in life more than anything, is that education taught me a lot, but that practical experience and those learning experiences have taught me so much more than even just that basic college education, which we all know you can't do without. Probably first and foremost is make sure that you're chasing your dream. Make sure that you're chasing something that's going to provide you with the job that you can enjoy. I absolutely love going to work every day. It's a passion of mine. It's something that I thoroughly enjoy. I don't dislike being at work, and I say that to not that anybody else. You say, well, I get a paycheck. That can make me happy. No, that's not really what it's about. It's more than that. It's more than just a job. It's a career, and it's something that you enjoy. So what I feel is probably the most rewarding thing to me, and the thing that I would like to give back to students as a message is make sure that you follow your dream, get the degree that chases that dream, get what it takes, participate in programs like Reister's entrepreneurship program. There's so much gained out of a program like that. Running a business model, seeing what, both the good, the optimistic view and what the pessimistic view might look like, and understanding, that in banking, we look at your business the same exact way. We're gonna provide a pessimistic or a shock analysis to everything that you provide us with, whether it be you telling us you can produce 200 bushels of corn, and we say, well, what if you only produce 150? What if the price is not $7, the price is only $5, all the way to an inventory loan that, you expect the inventory cycle to be a 30-day inventory cycle, and we say, well, what if it gets out to 60 days and your receivables don't turn as quickly as you thought they would? What does that do to your cash flow cycle? So all of that points back to the fact that you've got to be prepared, you've got to have your base, but more importantly, that education is going to teach you about those business lessons. And that's really what I think students need to understand. And that's what I like about Dr. Reister's real entrepreneurship class, more than anything, is that it's taking textbook knowledge and it's applying it to the real world. It's making you build a business model to see if you can succeed, and what some of those things that might allow you to exceed beyond your expectations, as well as those that might set you back, and how do you overcome those setbacks. Managing time is probably the biggest challenge, and it's probably the most precious gift that we're all given, is how do you manage your time and how do you do that effectively? There's really four parts of that. There's your professional time spent on the job, there's family time that you spend, there's that time that we spend that we call civic, or giving back to your community, and then the time that you give to your Lord and Savior. All of those things are important, and you've got to balance all of that. The top of that list, our God is always first, but outside of that, in terms of real time spent, my family is precious to me, and I make sure that I don't spend too much time away from them. And you can always feel it. You always know when you're out of touch with family, particularly when you've got kids that are teenage, and you find yourself, grasping, trying to figure out what's going on in their life. As far as I'm concerned, I've slipped a little bit too far away from the day-to-day life at that point. But my work, and thank goodness I work for an employer that understands the importance of balancing family with civic and work. And it's those things, because all of those things are important in the real world, because when people see you, that you're happy with your family, and they see you involved in your community, not to mention you're successful in your business, that's exactly what they're after. That's what they want to see when they look to you as your relationship manager, and that's what we call ourselves in banking, is relationship managers. So those are important factors that people judge you by. So I think when you balance those things, people know it, and they can see that adds to your success. Being selected to this Tyrus Timm Honor Registry is probably one of the most humbling moments and awards that I've ever received. To be recognized by colleagues, particularly at the professional level that we're at, having been out in the working world for 20 plus years. There's not anything more humbling than to have been recognized by your peers and your colleagues, and I'm humbled by that. I'm not a person that really likes recognition. I feel like the thing that I need to be giving back to A&M, because of what it gave to me, is of my time and my energy and my talent, and recognition isn't really what I hold in a high regard. So being humbled, being honored, very gracious for the award, very thankful for the recognition, is what I would tell you is probably the way I feel about this wonderful achievement and award. I want to add something about Texas A&M University and the College of Agriculture. I served for a period of time on the board of directors for the Association of Former Students, and I don't want to take anything away from any of our other system schools nor any of the colleges here at Texas A&M University. But being a graduate of the College of Agriculture, I can tell you this: there's not a closer knit family. There's not a feeling of care. We're going to take care of our students, both at the undergraduate level and even beyond that. You're cared for, not just by the fellow students, not just by your advisor, but by all the profs, all the faculty. There's a true, genuine caring for their students, not to fail, but to succeed. And when I interact with the professors within the college, just as an example, not more than 2 weeks ago, I called the college and said, we need a young, full of energy, fire in the belly student that's got good people skills, that can make a good commercial lender. And within a day, I was getting emails back of some good resumes and some good. So there's this network, and I know that exists across the whole Aggie family, but the fact that you're known as a name and as a person within the College of Ag, and you feel like your family, is just an awesome experience.